Hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome for another tutorial video. If you haven't seen our previous video, which was our very first tutorial video, which was about organizing your inbox, I added the link below so that you can check it for yourself. And please do like, subscribe, and provide some comments if you want to from the video. Alright, so for our second video, our lesson for today will be about calendar. Calendar specifically in setting appointments or making meetings or appointments. Okay, so we will be more focusing on Google Calendar since that is the most used calendar app as of the moment. If you don't know where to find it, just click this dotted square and then you can see the Google Suite. We have here the applications and click calendar. See, we have that one already opened and here it is. So the very first thing, if you've seen the view of our calendar, you can actually choose as to how you want to view it, either daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. You can also view the current schedules and whatnot. So it depends on you. Just go ahead and experiment. And again, there is always you know, a way in making mistakes, but don't be afraid to make mistakes. So, for now on, we will start doing our tutorial. So, what if you have to set an appointment or to set a meeting on the 16th? So, just click the date. You will see here a pop up window, but you have very few details, so just click more options and there it is. You have a bigger window in which you can see all of the information that you wanted. So the very first thing here is to add a title. So how are you going to add a title? Make sure that title is very specific to what the meeting is supposed to be. So for example, one meeting, or let's say performance review one-on-one meeting. Okay, and then you set the date. Of course, it's April 16 as what I mentioned. But you see here that the all day automatically was checked. But you have to, ask yourself, is this going to be an all-day activity or no? So if it's not an all-day activity, then uncheck that one. But definitely one-on-one is not an all-day activity. So we will going to uncheck it. And then you see here that the specific time has been added, right? So you just have to specify as to what time the meeting would be. And then you also have an option here, does not repeat, meaning this is just a one-time meeting. But you can also opt to change this option depending on what kind of meeting you'll be doing an appointment with. So it's either daily, weekly, or whatnot. It depends on you. You can customize it. Just go through the drop down list and experiment on it. All right. So we also have here the additional details and find time. So find time. Here you will be able to see if there are any other meetings already taken from a specific time or a specific date. You will be able to see the list or all of the meetings that were scheduled already in this option, find time. In events detail, here you're going to provide the details of the meeting. So you have an option as to you're going to use the Google Meet video conferencing, or you can also use other conferencing platform as long as you have the link for it. So let's try to use a Google Meet conferencing. So click that one, and then you have the setting here. All right. So if you're going to click that one, there are options here that you can choose. Okay. So we have here, if you're the host, then you can share the screen, send chat messages, send reactions. Meeting access, host must join before anyone else. So meeting access, if you're going to click that one, meaning nobody can join the meeting unless you as a host is already there. Okay. Again, you can enable this one as well and choose whatever you want to choose. It depends on, again, a specific meeting that is. And then set contributors share add-on activities. So if you don't want any chat or whatnot, you can just opt this out. But if you want everyone to contribute, then you have to check this one. We're just going to cancel that one for now because that's not the option that we're going to use. But then again, if this is the option you're going to use, you don't need to add any other invite link for your client because that might confuse them as to which specific platform they're going to use for the meeting. Okay, so we're going to close this. Now, if you want to have a meeting with the other conferencing platform like Zoom, all you have to do is go to your Zoom, and then here, just copy your invitation. You can put it in the description here first, and then copy this link and add to the location. So that's how you're going to put the Zoom link invite. And then notification, this is just a reminder as to you will be having a meeting within 30 minutes, 15 minutes, or whatnot. You can add more here depending on the requirements that you set for the notifications. Okay. And then you can also set the colors if you want to be more organized. If you want to see if this is a high level meeting, you can, do it in red if that is the red for high level, mid level, or whatnot. You can choose the color. And of course, you have to set this one as busy so that nobody will bother you while you're on a meeting. Don't ever set it as free because that specific time is allotted for your meeting. And then visibility. Here you have to choose either public or private, but for the sake of any other persons in the organization or in the office or in the community you're in which they need to see what you're doing at a specific time, if you have any schedule for this specific time, then you have to set it public. If you set it in private, nobody will know if you're in a meeting or whatnot. All right? So that's a very important note. And of course, here you can put the details of the meeting. You can still include the link of your Zoom and let's say, hello, looking forward to meet you for our one-on-one. That's just an example. You can set it any other script if you have any other script. So that's just it. And then of course, what do you think is lacking? Who will attend the meeting? Very good. So you have to add your guest here. If it's within your organization, you can actually use name. because it will automatically be there. But if with it's not within your organization, you can just use the email, but using the email is safer. So I'll just have added my other email here for just a reference for this tutorial. And then guest permission, modify event, not definitely. You should not check this box if you don't want the other guests to modify this event. Invite others. If you don't, the other guests, if your guests don't, you don't want your other guests invite others, then don't check it. See guest list. If you want to see your guests who are the other attendees will be for this meeting, then you can check it. If not, then you can just uncheck it. But for transparency's sake, we will check the see guest list. Okay, so I think we are set. But for the sake of any other people who are actually working in the other time zone, you can set your time zone. But again, if there's no need to change the time zone because automatically it will be defaulted to whichever country you are. You don't need to change your time zone. All right. So after that, you just have to say, once you click save, then there will be a window pop up in which there are options that you need to understand. First is back to editing. If you left something else, if you need to put additional information or whatnot, change your guest list, change your meeting ID, then go ahead and back to editing. Click that one. Don't send, meaning you don't send this meeting to everyone. And of course, when you send this one, it will automatically send a notification, an email notification to all the attendees. So after that, you can check back your calendar, and of course, it has been set already. Let me just check my other calendar. Yes, there's new invitation here, and someone just have to here. Hello, looking forward to meet you there. That's the sample invite, and then your guest or your client will just either agree on the meeting or maybe or just decline on the meeting. So it depends on the receiver. All right. So that is how you're going to set an invite for a meeting or an appointment to a specific client. Again, this is just a manual process because most of the time now it's mostly automated based on what application your client is using. But I guess it is very important to know how to use these tools manually, because if automation doesn't work, then you have an option and you have a knowledge on how to do it manually. So if you have any questions, please comment in the comments section. Also, please like and share this video. Please also subscribe on the channel if you want this channel to grow and for me to be able to know as well if you want more of these tutorials. Thank you very much. Bye bye.